the founder of, in my opinion, one of the most popular NBA pages on the internet, my man, Mikey Domagala. What's up, brother?
My man, it's nice to finally meet you. What's up, Cap?
Dude, nice to meet you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can hear you. I just had to hit a notification just to turn 20% battery left. So I'm all good now. But yeah, it's nice to finally meet you and meet face to face. We've been talking in the DMs for a while.
Yeah, man, for sure. Great to meet you, brother. Thank you for all the support you've shown me the last year. I appreciate, all the love that you send my way. And man, let's dive right into it, man, because you've given me a lot of pointers on how to, potentially grow my page. You see what I'm doing out here, what I'm trying to do, and you are someone that's doing it. You're someone that's grown a page from the bottom to where it is now on both Instagram and Facebook. So, man, start from the beginning and how how you started your page, how you were able to grow it. I mean, or you can give me your secrets later if you don't want to disclose it all. But say whatever you're comfortable with right now, man. To tell us about your journey, bro.
Yeah, so back in 2012, when I was 12, I'm 21 now, I started NBA Buzz on Facebook. I'm currently up to 2.7 million followers on Facebook, 176,000 here on Instagram. I got YouTube, I got Twitter. You can find NBA Buzz at. Personally, I'm at Mikey Domagala. Then eventually, I got into journalism and I'm wanting to become a journalist. I'm a 21-year-old journalist student, Long Island University. And I started my show Inside Buzz, where I'm the face of it, and I get to interview and talk to NBA legends, journalists, and coaches, and everything else in between. So that's like the rounded up summary. But to grow a page like that, you just got to stay consistent, put out unique content that you can't find anywhere else. And hey, it's a lot of luck and a lot of it's timing. Like I started in 2012 before social media was what it is today, and what Instagram and Facebook, how populated they are now. So I was a little behind these pages today, so time really helped and was on my side.
Man, what inspired you at 12 years old to make a page? You know what I'm saying? You're 12 years old and you're just like, I'm gonna make a page, or what?
Yeah, so I wanted to join other pages just to talk smack, basketball, whatever, news, whatever it may be. And they saw I was only 12 and so young, because I mean, I'm still young, but like back then I didn't know anything, and I was even younger, like really young, like not even a teenager. So I don't blame them for not wanting me to come on their page, because who knows? So I said, whatever, I'll do it myself. And boom, NBA Buzz was born January 17th, 2012. And here we are, almost 9 years later. Can't believe it.
Wow, man. I'm sure you've been through a lot. I mean, I've seen you interviewing some big names recently. I see you have a pretty good relationship with Lethal Shooter. A few times you've already interviewed him within this last few weeks, right?
I'm blessed to know Lethal Shooter, man. He's been following NBA Buzz for a long time, and he's been texting me projects he wants to do. So I've been making content for him, and in exchange, he's been going live with me and hooking me up with all different stuff. And just having him as a contact, is just wonderful.
Wow, man. That's freaking unbelievable. So you in school right now for journalism?
Yeah, I'm in my senior year at LIU on Long Island.
Oh, no shit. So that's probably going to propel you even more within the page, or just being a journalist. How's that, how
Yeah,
are you going to make that connection through the page, it's just going to further your growth, no?
yeah, 100%. I mean, it helped me build bridge the gap rather, because before college, I mean, yeah, I knew what journalism was, how to interview people a little bit. Now I'm learning how to really conduct myself as a professional, how to speak like perfectly, and what tone you need to use, and how to project your voice. Then on the other side, the video editing, how to how to write perfect articles, and just all that journalism kind of stuff, photography, videography, all that is really helping propel my career. So college is a big help to me. I know for some people say college isn't worth it, but for me, I feel like it's been.
Yeah. So with doing journalism, I mean, that's going to further your growth outside of just the internet as well. No, you're going to start going to on-site games, and how is that all going to translate?
Yeah, so I'm hoping when COVID's back, I got a lot of new contacts over the next couple of years to get in on those games. Like I know for sure, like when the Big Three, which is Ice Cube's 3-on-3 league, comes to New York and close states around me, I'm already invited there by a couple of those players and coaches and journalists I'm friends with. So
Mm.
that's a plus there. And yeah, I'm also trying to get jobs. I just started an ESPN podcast, which is dropping December 1st. So I'm building new contacts at ESPN, which is good for my career. I had an internship at SNY, before the semester, a little before the pandemic, excuse me, in last semester, which has also helped my career. So building those contacts, meeting all those people has really helped me as well.
Wow, man, that's freaking crazy. So, has basketball always been kind of like your favorite sport?
Believe it or not, no. I mean,
Oh,
even
wow.
now, it's not even my favorite sport. I'm a big boxing fan. But
Oh,
now I'm turning over to being a UFC fan.
oh,
But if you like, I boxed from 12 to like 18 years old, competitively boxed, and I was just so into it, sparring and fighting all the time. Then once I got into college, I kind of stopped, but I want to get back on the train soon. But yeah, man, I know so much about boxing history, maybe even more so than basketball history. I met Mike Tyson before, so I'm deeply engulfed into boxing and basketball, but I love boxing too.
no shit. Now, has it ever crossed your mind? I mean, I'm sure you're very busy with NBA official buzz, with all your content, with all trying to think of all new things, and managing 2 pages would be freaking. Well, you already manage, you know, 5 pages within NBA Buzz. But has it ever crossed your mind to maybe try to build up a boxing or an MMA page?
I had this conversation with my friends recently. It may be coming soon. I'm kind of balancing some options and seeing if I could bring in a person to help me with NBA Buzz because I've mastered it so much that it's like easy now. So if I
Mm,
could teach somebody my ways and have them fill in for me, why I should put my focus on a boxing page and the money, the people I meet on NBA Buzz, I could turn that focus to the boxing page and start growing that. So
mm.
that is a thought. I got to think about it, but it might be coming soon.
Well, my man Mikey, if you ever decide to make an MMA a boxing page and you need someone to help you out, I do know a guy.
Oh, I know you know a lot of people in that world, man. So you'd be a great connection to those people, man.
Oh man, that'll be incredible. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place with what I'm doing, and you know, you do give me pointers from time to time, and I'm always all over the place. My mind's all over the place. My structure's all over the place. My organization is not organized, so I'm always like jumping from things to things. But man, I truly admire what you do because I mean, you started when you were freaking 12 years old, bro, and it's taking you. How long did it really take you to get to how long did it take for you to be like, wow, this is starting to take off?
Yeah, I'd probably say about 100,000 followers on Facebook, which is freaking years ago, which is crazy because like from 2000 like 14, 15 to now has been like this huge growth, this huge gap of growth. It's been crazy. I think that's partially NBA Buzz gaining momentum, of course, me staying consistent, but also media becoming a thing. Like everybody's on social media now. People are hungry for the highlights, hungry for the news. So that brand of social media really started developing, and I kind of developed with it. So everybody who joined social media, who wanted a basketball page, would follow NBA Buzz. So as social media started gaining, like I said, NBA Buzz would gain. So it's been a pleasure, and I'm lucky, but I also worked hard. So I'd like to say it like that.
Oh man, I'm sure you worked freaking crazy hard. Crazy. I mean, I'm sure you were putting in hours before. Like this is your job now, correct?
For the most part, yeah. I guess so. It's like I've mastered it so much, and I know exactly what to do. My schedule of making posts in the morning, doing whatever I got to do through the day. Like I have a girlfriend. I have a social life. I go on vacation all the time. I balance both. So you know,
Hmm.
yeah, you could call it, I guess, full time.
Right. That ties into my question of like, at one time you were probably putting crazy hours into this, growth of this page where maybe you didn't think it would be as big as it is today, right? I mean, you were probably putting in crazy hours to try to grow it, And I don't know. I mean, how is that progress of growth? At its low points, or maybe there wasn't even a low point, but
It's funny. There was never a low point on the page. It was always growing tremendously. There was almost a low point in my life with the page because maybe like 2006, 15, 16, I'm like 16 years old. I know I'm still young at that time. I'm like, how much further am I going to go on with the page? I was getting big offers for people to buy it. I'm like, should I give these, should I give them some thought? All right, this is pretty big numbers. But I said no, and I just kept pushing forward. And I'm happy I did because now, back then I was like Mikey Domagala behind NBA Buzz. Now Mikey Domagala in front of NBA Buzz. You see me with Inside Buzz, my banner behind me, my merchandise. I'm doing interviews like this, interviewing, all these players, people interviewing me. I'm doing guest appearances on shows. Apps are reaching out to me to work for them, all this stuff. So I'm happy I kept pushing forward. That might have been the low point where I was like, how much further can I go with this? But now I'm happy I got to this point.
yeah. So like your name, like you are starting to, like you said, like your name's starting to get a little more recognition now outside of just NBA Buzz. Now everyone's like, who's the man behind Inside Buzz? I mean, right?
Exactly. So it's been a pleasure for that because I'm no longer, oh, who's the guy behind this? Now people want to talk to me about NBA Buzz, and it's just a win-win situation.
That's freaking awesome, man. I think we have a question here. KG or AD, both in their prime.
KG or AD, both in their prime. Man, Kevin Garnett was a different animal in his MVP season. I mean, we haven't seen AD win an MVP yet. KG has. KG on the Timberwolves, fast as hell, could score like the best of them, rebound like the best of them, underrated passer, and he was a dog on defense as well. So you got to go Kevin Garnett in his prime.
Okay. And I have a question on, you said you're thinking of maybe possibly bringing in somebody to help you on NBA Inside Buzz. I'm sorry. Now, is it just you right now?
Yeah, right now it's just me.
Wow.
Everything you see on the page is me. I do all my own editing for my interviews and everything like that. And the reason why, because you can't trust anyone, man. You do not want to give your trust to somebody you've met once or you haven't met before because they will try to get you. There's snakes in the grass out there. And not only can't you trust people, they're not reliable. So there's two parts of it. They're not reliable. And if you want to pay them, you're paying for unreliability. So you might as well take all the money yourself and do it yourself how you want to do it. So that's what I've been doing. And when it comes to the time where I need someone, I'll just teach them everything I know.
Has it always been you, or have you possibly put trust into someone in the past where it didn't work out? Or, I mean, because I'm sure there's been, some trials you had to overcome, right?
Oh, yeah, there have been. And I can't go into it, but I've had a couple people work with me. I mean, I still have a graphic designer. Shout out my guy, PKP Creative, Pavan P Graphics is what he used to go by. He helps me with some of my graphics for big events, but everything else, it's usually just me. And I have another guy, Chris, on board who's been with me a while, but he's in school right now, all busy. So I have some help here, but everything you see is me. And just over the years, I just can't deal with, unreliable people and people trying to get me.
Right. I'm sure you've educated yourself to get you to where, you are today. But when you first started the page, I mean, where did the creativity, where did the ability to know what content to put out? I mean, because you're a 12-year-old kid, 13, 14. I mean, even those first 3 or 4 or 5 years, did you just do what you liked, or what was the thought process behind what you were putting out?
Oh, man, for the first 2.5, 3 years, all trial and error. So seeing if true or false questions would be good, seeing if videos would be good. Do I post every single thing? Is that a good idea? No, now it's not. Now I post some things because if you look at the Facebook, Instagram algorithms, they're not going to show everything to everyone if you post everything. So I was, oh my God, I was beating myself up and just tiring the hell out of myself posting everything. I remember being 13, having school the next day, being up at 2 a.m. just covering the Los Angeles games, the overseas games because I'm Eastern time. My dad's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is what I got to do. So I learned over time how to really hone it and perfect it. So a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, you mentioned your dad now. Now, what were your parents' reaction through you starting this page to where you are today? Like, how has that been, with your relationship with your parents and their perspective on what you're doing? Because what you're doing is it's pretty incredible stuff, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're both very proud of me. Obviously, they're my biggest fans, and they're always not bragging to people, but they're always spreading the word about me so people could get on board. And whether it's buying my merchandise, watching my interviews, checking out NBA Buzz, to the neighbors, their coworkers, whoever it may be. But yeah, man, they were a big influence. And early on, it's funny. I was a little more shy with it in school to my family members. I didn't obviously I told my family members what I'm doing and stuff, but like in school, like it was like an underground thing to know what I did with NBA Buzz, and I wish it wasn't like that because not that I feel funny about it, but social media was so new and nobody was doing pages at that time that
Mm.
like I didn't know if I should tell people this other than like kids at my middle school lunch table in 7th grade. Nobody knew about it till I was in like 10th grade. Then like
No
my high school principals like found out and they loved it, and now everybody in my former high school is wearing these shirts. So
Oh,
it's been a blessing because everybody knows about it and everybody watches and keeps up with me.
no shit, man. Have you done any like guest guest appearances at like places like that you would just never expect? Maybe like high school? Yes. Tell me all about that.
Yeah. So man, I was still young as hell at the time. I was like 18, my first year of college, or yeah, 18. And this professor follows me from school in upstate New York. He's like, I'm very impressed by you. I teach sports and social media at this college. What's it called? I forget what it's called. He's like, I would love for you to come down and teach a class. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm like, okay, like I've never done this before. And I did. It went well. I got it all on video. And yeah, I taught a master's class in social media in sports when I was 18. And these people were 23 to 45 was the range gap. And I
Wow.
was in there at 18 teaching them. And it was a pretty cool experience. I'm not going to lie. Drove a couple of hours to do it. I was just smiling my ass off the whole time and just going up there, and it was just a pleasure to do.
Man, that's fucking unreal, bro. It's freaking honor talking to you, bro. We have a few questions. We got a minute and 15 left. So Jamal Murray or Donovan Mitchell?
Okay. Since we got a couple minutes, I'll just give one answer. I'm going Jamal Murray. He really proved how good that guy he's going to be in the future in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, he is a beast. He's a freaking tenacious scorer. And who do you think's the GOAT?
Oh, Michael Jordan, no doubt about it. That's all
No
it needs
doubt.
to look at. LeBron's finals record. If you look at, certain situations LeBron got to the finals in. I mean, look, I'll break it down like this. 1A is MJ, 1B is LeBron. So everybody complaining, just know LeBron's at the top of my list too. He'll just never surpass MJ.
Mm, no doubt, bro. Hey, man, it's been an honor talking to you, bro. Thanks for giving me your time, brother. Truly appreciate it. And let's get you on the Most Important Things podcast when we can figure out a time, get you in studio or on a video chat like this, bro.
Man, I'll be coming to Massachusetts before you know it to join you on the pod, man. And I appreciate you having me on. It's been a long time coming, and it's nice to finally meet you face to face, my dude.
No doubt, brother. 2 seconds. Much love, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.